Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Slayer. Of course, I am Chris Chaos here with thoughts and opinions on the recent WWE Network survey that went out to the masses today. Funny thing is, I take these surveys every time they come out, but I thought this one is pretty important, so why not share some actual audio thoughts on it. And WWE is, as always, is more than welcome to use any of these ideas to make a better product, as always. And I don't require anything, but if you want to give me a job, I'm saying. So, I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can and hope that this doesn't go 20 minutes. And if it does, it'll be a fantastic 20 minutes of audio and video chaos, if you will. Now, so the email says, "Dear Chris, we ask that you please share your opinions regarding the new ideas for WWE Network. Your responses will remain completely confidential." Well, mine aren't, because I'm going to give you them here. "The results of this survey, or this research, will be used to improve the WWE Network. It should take approximately 10 minutes to complete. Your time and participation are greatly appreciated." So WWE is considering adding new programming to the WWE Network as part of a premium price tier. Of course, this is something that we've all heard about and talked about for a couple of months now. Listed below are some potential new programming ideas. Please let us know what you're interested in. Select whether you're extremely, very, moderately, somewhat, or not at all interested in each of these ideas. Okay. WWE Director's Cut. Shows that put a new twist on classic content, such as WWE legends narrating historic pay-per-views or current WWE superstars providing their perspective and analysis of classic matches and events. So, I'll mark that as very interested. Audio content. A section of WWE Network for listening only that provides audio play-by-play of pay-per-views, music playlists, sports, radio style call-in shows, and podcasts. Now, I am very interested in this because I would love to have play-by-play, the ability to listen to play-by-play if I go to Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live or even a pay-per-view. I think this is something, and I've talked about this, I don't know that I've ever done it here on YouTube, but I know I've said this to all of my wrestling friends, and I've talked about this at length on Twitter, that this is something that the WWE needs to take advantage of, because you're sitting in the arena. Would you not like to be able to listen to Michael Cole and Corey Graves and go over, what's happening? And, because if you're at Raw, sometimes you're not getting the full gist of what's going on. Sometimes the announcing actually does help you in realizing exactly what's going on. Sometimes in a Raw taping, it's hard to decipher exactly what's going on. New in-ring tournaments such as a Pro-Am style tournament, WWE versus NXT, which I'm not really a fan of. A Lucha tournament, well, we kind of already got that with the Cruiserweight Classic. A tag team tournament, I'm very high on that right now, because we need new tag teams. And a king/queen of the ring. Now, I'm very interested in this, extremely interested in this, because of the king and queen of the rings. Now, I've been saying I love King of the Ring, but Queen of the Ring is something that I've wanted for about 5 years now, and I kind of feel like we just had it with the Mae Young Classic, but why not do it, but with, current stars, and say this is the Queen of the Ring, and then Charlotte can actually win it and actually be the Queen of the Ring. I mean, it just writes itself. Historic and new programming from ICW, Progress, New Japan Pro Wrestling, other regional indie promotions. I am extremely interested in that, just because it'd be easier to get a hold of that stuff. TV14, a in-ring show, a new weekly version of ECW or other edgy, as it says, promotion. I'm only moderately interested in that, only because I'm tired of trying to relive the glory days of ECW. Come on, guys, let's just be done with it, okay? It is what it is. A special live event, special one-time live event, live events from unique locations around the world featuring an unexpected main event, which I'm very, extremely interested in, just because of like the Japan show from last week. Any of them that they did would have been good. Ring of Honor, historic and new programming for Ring of Honor. I'm extremely interested in that. Again, just to make it easier. TNA, I'm not. Let's just skip over that. House shows, select house shows, not all of them. I'm very interested in that. New reality shows. This is funny, alright? New reality shows featuring life on the road for WWE superstars. For that, I'm moderately interested, okay? An insider's view of WWE superstars' intense training and workout regimens. That I'm kind of somewhat interested in. A WWE superstar cribs, I'm not interested in. A WWE-style apprentice to win a job at WWE, I'm very, 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 very interested in that, because I need to be on that show. I think we all can see that. And WWE Legends House 2 Attitude Era style. That's all in one thing. I'm not interested in Legends House 2. I never watched the first one. So for this, I will say as a whole, I'm moderately interested. But the only thing I'm really, really interested in is the Apprentice style show. Original scripted comedies, I'm not interested in that. Original scripted dramas, I'm not into that. The next section of it says, now, let us know which of the new programming ideas are most valuable to you. To do so, please assume you have a total of $10 to spend against these ideas. How would you spend it? For example, if you find one program idea much more valuable to you than any of the others, you can put $10 toward that one program idea. Or, if you find several different program ideas valuable, excuse me, you can split the $10 up across those ideas. Just remember, you have $10 in total. So all of the ideas that I just went over, you have to divide up your $10, which is, to me, I'm going to bash that. That's just stupid to even try to come up with that. I mean, that's just dumb. I'm not going to go through with that. So some other things that they're doing. Social viewing. Set up a movie theater mode to watch virtually with friends or participate in a live event on Facebook where, no, I don't care. I'm not interested. Personalization, ability to create custom playlists, I'm very interested in. And change the look and feel of your WWE Network interface with options that represent your favorite WWE era and superstars. I'm not interested in. So, the whole as personalization, I'm somewhat interested in. Virtual reality, I don't care. Alternate viewing options. The ability to watch WWE in-ring shows using alternate camera modes, camera choices, i.e., Gorilla Cam. They actually say that in the survey. Gorilla Cam. Drone cam, GoPro camera, 360 views. I don't like the GoPro aspect, because the only person you could put the GoPro on would be the referee, and we saw that in WCW, and I didn't like the idea, and so I don't really like that. The Gorilla Cam, like seeing what's going on in the gorilla position, that would be kind of cool to see. A 360 views or select higher or lower resolution. Look, I'm all for that. As a whole, I'll say I'm somewhat interested in that. I would love to see the 360 though, but as a whole, I just have to grade it low. Alternate audio. Choose your favorite pay-per-view commentator team. For example, you can hear Stone Cold Steve Austin and Jerry Lawler call a pay-per-view. I'm very interested in that. Let's get that done. By the way, just because I want to be one of the guys that gets to call a pay-per-view, hire me. I'll do it. And I guarantee you I'll do a better job than Booker T does. I'll probably do a better job than Byron Saxton does. I'm damn sure I'll do a better job than this Vic dude on 205 Live does, and I'll be leaps and bounds better at this than Percy Watson's, because that guy absolutely sucks. Social sharing, ability to share playlists, clips, and everything on Facebook, YouTube, no, not interested. Download to go, ability to download content and watch offline. So I'm interested in that. Now, having unlimited internet on through my phone carrier, I can watch how much ever I want of anything I want. I'm sure a lot of other people have unlimited as well at this point, but I don't have on my tablet. My tablet is just Wi-Fi only, so that would be nice to have for my tablet. That I could download it, watch it on like a long car trip if I go somewhere, and just whatever. I mean, it'd just be easier. Or if my God forbid my Wi-Fi goes down, I could use it instead of using my phone as a hotspot, which I do a lot, but sometimes I just don't like doing it. It's just a hassle sometimes. Ratings, comment system, ability to rate shows or matches. That's going to get people in trouble. 0 to 5 stars. Add comments or mark favorite moments. No, I'm not interested in that. I don't care nothing about that. And then you can do the same thing. They're wanting you to do the same thing, the $10 thing with all those ideas. The last set of ideas, I know this is getting a little bit long, but I think it's good information just to think about. So here we go. Early access to live event tickets. I'm moderately interested because we only have shows around in this area twice a year, and sometimes it's not even that. So I'm kind of moderately interested in that. And I usually get early access anyway because I know people, so I can get tickets early anyway. Early access to new merchandise. No, I'm not interested in that personally, just because I don't buy WWE merchandise. I mean, you can look in all of my videos. I like to wear wrestling merchandise that I get on all of my videos, or some of my videos. I wear them, and quite frankly, I wear all the stuff I get from Pro Wrestling Tees. I don't wear any WWE. I currently only have 2 pieces of current. Well, it's not even current anymore, of just 2 stars that are in WWE right now, Becky Lynch and Dolph Ziggler, and I have never even wore the Dolph Ziggler shirt. It's just been hanging in my closet for the last 5 years. I bought it over 5 years ago, and I've never wore it. It's just been hanging up. I don't know that I'll ever wear it at this point. Preferred pricing, special offers for WWE VIP events and products, including meet and greet, discount packages, and special offers from WWE sponsors. Now, personally, I'm not interested in that, but I can see where, fans would be. I am not like just a hardcore, gotta meet people kind of fan. I'm the type of person that, like, if WWE's doing Monday Night Raw in Memphis, okay, I'm gonna go after the show to Jerry Lawler's Bar and Grill, because that's where everybody's going to go, or a lot of people are going to go for a VIP type party, superstar party after the show. Jerry's got his own room downstairs, and that's where they all go, but there's only one way in and out of that place. I don't think there's a back way in there. The only back way is probably through the kitchen, and they're not doing that. They all just come through the front door. At least that's the way they did the last couple of times that I've done this. So that's when I meet people. I met Chris Jericho there the last time. I seen a whole bunch of people, but Jericho's the only one that I met. And it was more like, it wasn't even like a sit down, like a, it was like a high, he gave me a fist bump, and that was basically it. We didn't introduce each other. Of course, I know who he is. He doesn't know who I am, but he should. Automatic sweepstakes entry into WWE live event tickets, VIP meetups, merchandise, or unique WWE experiences, such as a chance to appear on a network show. So, for sweepstakes, I'll say I'm very interested just because I like to get free shit. And if they want to put me on the network, that would be absolutely fantastic for them. Get breaking news first? No, because I get breaking news on Twitter. I mean, and people, if I don't see it, people will immediately text me and say, "Did you see this?" Free shipping from WWE.com, I don't care, personally. Loyalty program, get rewards such as t-shirts, collectibles, ticket upgrades using loyalty points earned from the length of time you have been a WWE Network Premium subscriber or time spent viewing. I'll say I'm very interested in that. Fan voting, special opportunities to vote on match participants, Hall of Fame inductees. I'm very interested in that. But I think that's a bad idea. I think only special people should be able... Historians like myself should be able to have that. There should be criteria that you should have to meet to be like selected. This should be a select group of people that get the opportunity to do that. Because historians like myself will forever say, you know, just like, you know, when they finally put Rick Rude in the Hall of Fame, me and my buddy Matt was like, dude, Rick Rude has deserved to be in the Hall of Fame for like 10 years. You know, ever since he died, why has he not been in the WWE Hall of Fame? And then they finally put him in there. It's things like that, and I could name off a plethora of people. Owen Hart is the top one comes to mind. I don't know that that'll ever happen, but anyway. So Slammy winners and other WWE events. So I'll say moderately interested, but I still think that only really for the Hall of Fame thing. And I stress that should be a select group of people. It shouldn't be just open to anybody. That should be, WWE should really fine tune and select that down for wrestling historians, again, like myself, who know the business frontwards, backwards, you know, as far as in-ring goes. Because I will put myself up against anybody as far as historian for WWE goes. Monthly inside WWE headquarters conference call. Ability to listen in to a conference call with WWE executives such as Triple H or Stephanie McMahon. I am extremely interested in that. And once again, that is also something that should be very select because, I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of people will say, yeah, I'd like to do that, but they would listen to like the first two that they would be invited to, and then it wouldn't get over. Nobody would care. Now, my thoughts, there's one thing that I didn't mention, and they didn't really talk about. The audio channel, the selection or whatever with sports radio style call-in shows or podcasts. I kind of feel like they stole that idea from Taz. I listen to Taz's show every day. I'll put Taz over here just like I have on his show because God knows he's not going to do it for me. But what I will say is if that happens, I think Taz would be a good person to do it, and again, I'll put him over for that. And if Taz is not available, I really think that I could host something like that. WWE call me to at least try out. Let's at least hold tryouts. Why not? I mean, I think I could be pretty entertaining, and I think that if I had access to other things, or if I just really put in a lot of time on this, that it would be fucking outstanding content that you're getting. Even though some of the bulk of the content that I give everyone for free, the ideas and visions, is already good. What I will say is I think that they've already decided, because they use Sam Roberts and Peter Rosenberg, once again, I hate both of these guys. Sam Roberts and Peter Rosenberg, for one, who have they ever beat? Alright, just to be honest. And number two, when have they ever taken a bump? In a ring, in a match, in front of a crowd? I have several 100,000. Gotta be. In the a little over 4 years that I was in the business. Listen, I'm not saying that if they wanted to bring Stone Cold in to do something like that, that I would be able to compete against that. But if they're gonna do what I think they're gonna do, and they're gonna give it to like Peter Rosenberg or Sam Roberts, fuck that. I am well more qualified to be able to talk more about this than those two clowns are. I can't even. Sam Roberts, I will give Sam credit. He does have a good podcast. I don't listen to it anymore. I used to. Because too much of his fandom and him trying to book the territory, as it were, pissed me off. Because you're trying to book the territory, and that's fine. I just don't want to hear a fan do it. If I'm going to sit down and listen to somebody say, you know what, this is how they really should go, I want to listen to somebody that's actually been in a ring, that's actually been in creative meetings, no matter what scale. My scale was extremely at the bottom of the business. I will be the first to say that. But I helped come up with some things, or had input on some things. Not as much as I wanted to. God forbid I was able to do that. But to sit down and be able to give experiences on things, I beat him 1,000%. And Peter Rosenberg, I listened to one episode of Cheap Heat like 3 years ago, and he's got, at the time, I don't know what he's got now, but ESPN is so stupid for putting this guy on their platform, because they argued about something. It was some match at a pay-per-view, and I said, oh yeah, it's so-and-so. And they argued for 3 or 4 minutes, back and forth, and they were arguing about the wrong answers. That right there, click, done. If you don't know the history of the business, I can't and won't listen to you talk. So, I'm sorry. I did not mean to make that last couple of minutes about me venting on Rosenberg and Sam Roberts. But as far as something that is going to go on the WWE Network, they are the reasons that I don't watch pre-shows. That is the reasons right there, because they are on there and they have absolutely no business being on there, because they're fans. Because they're completely fans and they've never been in this world, and now you're putting them in this world, so now they're going to think that they know how things really work, and it just drives me crazy. It just drives me crazy. And I'm not talking about like creative-wise, business-wise. I'm talking about in-ring-wise. They think that they're going to have it figured out. I just can't. I can't do it. But that's the survey. Minus the last couple of minutes of me ranting about shit that nobody will probably ever care about. And you know what? WWE, I hope I helped you. I hope I have helped you as a company. And Vince and Shane, Triple H, Steph, I hope that you're able to take some of the concepts that I have given here and be able to come up with some stuff. I want the network to succeed. I want it to be fantastic. Now, I will say, as far as pricing goes, people are not going to be able to just shell out a whole bunch of money. Times are a lot rougher now than they used to be. This is why your live attendance is not doing so hot, because your ticket prices are way up because of the network. Because you're not on pay-per-view, and you're offering so much content that you got to pay for it somehow, so the ticket prices go up on live events. I get it, I just don't like it. The one thing I will say is that I don't want the network to go, I thought that it was going to start out at $10 a month there for the longest time, and then like skyrocket to like 40 or 50, which is, doable. But the problem is, nobody's going to pay that for that anymore. Because you can get Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime and all this for way less than that total a month. So nobody's going to pay all that. But I will say, $25, I'm in. $20, I'm in. $15, I'm in. Those are just my thoughts. You guys tell the WWE what you want, just like I did. Hopefully, they will listen. Deuces. Chaos out.